Hello students, this is Neeta Biju. Welcome again to another class of business studies. In the previous class, we started with the second chapter, the principles of management. We studied the meaning and concept of principles of management in the previous class. In today's class, we'll be doing our next topic, that is the nature of principles of management. Nature means features or characteristics of principles of management. So basically we have 7 principles of management features, that is universal applicability, general guidelines, formed by practice and experimentation, flexible, mainly behavioral in nature, cause and effect relationship, and contingent. So these are the 7 features of principles of management we have. We'll study this in detail one by one. The first feature of principles of management is the universal applicability. Under universal applicability, the principles of management are universal in nature. That means they are or they can be applied to all the types of organization irrespective of their size and nature. So here management principles are applicable everywhere and anywhere, irrespective of the size and nature of the organization. When we are talking about size of an organization, it can be small scale industry or a large scale industry. Anywhere you find principles of management applied. When we're talking about nature of a business, it can be a manufacturing industry, it can be a service sector, it can be construction, it can be primary sectors, genetic industries, whatsoever. In any type of nature of industry or business, we have principles of management applied. So that is why it is called as universal application. So business as well as non-business, small as well as large public sectors, as well as private sectors. So we find this principles of management applied and found in government sectors, in private companies, in hospitals, in schools, in clubs, everywhere. So that is why this very important feature of universal applicability comes under principles of management. The second feature of principles of management is general guidelines. So management principles are guidelines to action, but these principles do not provide ready-made solution for any problem. So general means that which is not specific. It means kind of overall. So when it is not specific, it is called as general. So principles of management are the guidelines where a manager has to analyze, study the situation, and where and when and how and under what situation he should use and apply certain principles he has to analyze. So it doesn't provide any ready-made solution to any problem. So this is what is principles of management. It doesn't give any management or a manager the direct or ready-made solution to any problem, but of course it gives a manager a hint or an idea or a clue under a given situation what is to be done and what is not to be done, and doesn't provide any specific solution. It means it gives only a foundation or base generally how to act and what decision to be taken in a given situation. So that is what is nothing but general guidelines. It depends on the nature and again size of the company or business and the employee's behavior and the work structure. So this is what is general guideline. It doesn't give a ready-made solution, but of course it gives a manager the hint or a clue or the base to provide to solve any problem. Next feature or principles of management is it is formed by practice and experimentation. So here we have the management principles are developed only after deep and thorough research work. They are not developed overnight. So every management principles, they are not developed overnight. Experts have tested and experimented in different situations, and then they have planned and researched, and then they have come to a conclusion. Just like we have science, it takes time and efforts and research. Just same like that way, we have management principles also, that is developed through not just one day or just few days. It takes time. It has taken lots of time to develop one certain principles. So your proper observations and experiments are conducted before developing them. Therefore, they are evolutionary in nature. So evolutionary in nature means it passes through step by step process and phases and time, just like evolution of man or human being. It takes time. It is a slow process. It is a gradual process, and that is what is called as evolutionary in nature. It doesn't happen automatically or once for all. So it was tried repeatedly and tested repeatedly in different organizations, where the majority of organization came up with the same result, then it became a principle. So this is what is formed by practice and experimentation. Our next feature is flexible. So when we are talking about flexibility, it's nothing but management principles can be applied differently under different conditions. So some changes can be made in application of principles according to the requirements of the company. These are not set of rigid statements. These can be modified by the managers who are using them. So principles of management are not at all rigid in nature. They can be changed, they can be modified, they can be altered according to the given situation, according to the need of the organization. It can be applied dependent on the nature and environmental changes. It's not like scientific principles that are very rigid. So that is why principles of management are very, very flexible. It can be modified and changes can be made according to the given situation, and that is why it is called as flexible in nature. We have another feature of principles of management, that is mainly behavioral. When we're talking about mainly behavioral, management principles are formed to guide and influence the behavior of employees. Very importantly, here all management principles are developed in order to influence the workforce or the employees or the workers of an organization, to guide them, to direct them, to motivate them, to lead them towards the achievement of organizational goals. So these principles insist on relationship between superior, subordinates, and all the other members of the organization. They also help to establish relation between human and material resources. So principles of management coordinates superior and subordinates. Superior and subordinate means management level and the workers level. We have the scalar chain, the levels of management which we have already studied, the top level, the middle level, and the operational level, and then the workers come in the scalar chain and all the other members, and this improves and develops a good relationship among them. So this is what mainly behavioral in nature means. It sometimes even influences the behavior of human beings or the managers. For example, principles of management sometimes teaches us to use the resources in a right manner, in an optimum manner. It also helps us to change the attitude of a manager towards the human resource, and as well as utilize the other resources in a proper way without any wastages. That is, commitment of employees will improve. It molds the behavior of the employees towards the team spirit, and this is what happens. The changes that takes place in an organization is nothing but mainly behavioral when principles of management is applied. We have another feature of principles of management, that is cause and effect relationship. So principles of management are based on cause and effect. That means these principles tell us if a particular principle is applied in a situation, what might be the effect. So that is what is principles of management, what is telling us if something is happening, why it is happening. That is what is cause and effect relationship. Just like how we have studied that management is a science with cause and effect relationship, So principles of management is also telling us the same. It has cause and effect relationship. So principles will tell us that if we do this, this will be the result, and if we do that, that will be the result. So this is what is cause and effect relationship. We have every reason behind something what is happening. We have a cause behind every effect. That is what is cause and effect relationship. So although these principles cannot state perfectly absolute result because these are applied on human being, but it helps in knowing and giving some idea about the effect. So but here, since these principles are applied only on human beings, therefore the result may be different in different situations. It can only guess the result of or give an idea, but what type of result and how and when and what will be the outcome of the result is not known. It is totally unpredictable. It just gives a general idea and it doesn't give a very absolute idea about the effect. This is going to be the exact result. It will never tell us. It will just give us a general idea, and that is what is called as cause and effect relationship, because it is not like scientific principles that gives us a fixed effect, but here it is because it is applied on human beings. We have no idea what will be the effect. Our next feature of principles of management is contingent. So contingent means occurring or existing only if certain circumstances prevails. That is dependent on the situation. Contingent means something that can occur only when something else happens first. In other words, it depends on some other event or fact. That is what is contingent. So management principles are contingent or dependent upon the situation prevailing in the organization. So their application and effect depends upon the organization. The application of principles can be changed in any changing situation. So that is what is nothing but contingent. Here, for example, we have different organization, for example, private or public organization. Public sector will have their own principles and private sectors will have their own principles. We cannot apply same type of principles in both the sectors. So if there is a situation to apply any of the principles, we have to apply there. If it is not there, we shouldn't apply. So this is what is contingent. It means only if certain circumstance prevails, only then you can apply certain principles. So we have to again analyze the environment, analyze the changes, study the changes according to the changing environment, and then apply. So if something prevails in the previous one, then only we can apply in the present. So that is what is contingent. And for conclusion here, principles of management are general propositions which are applicable when certain conditions are present. They are developed on the basis of observation, experimentation, and personal experiences of managers. These principles are guidelines to action and explains the cause and effect relationship. Management principles helps the managers to take the right decision while performing managerial function. So principles of management are just general guidelines. It doesn't give a manager the straight and ready-made solution, and it is applicable only when certain conditions are present. It prevails. That is what is contingency. Contingent means they are developed on the basis of observation, experimentation, and personal experiences of managers. It is not developed overnight. It is not developed it as the fraction of seconds or days. It is developed through experimentation and testing and analyzing by experts. So these principles are just like guidelines to action and explains the cause and effect relationship. Yes, in such a situation, if we apply this principle, this will be the result or effect. It of course tells us, but it is not so every time. It's not absolute. It is not fixed because it is applied on human beings. So management principles helps the managers to take the right decision while performing managerial function. So it gives a manager guidelines, it helps the managers to take the right decision in a given situation, in different situations, but what will be the outcome is not very fixed. This is all for today's class, dear students. I hope you have all understood all the features of principles of management. For our next class, we'll be studying significance of principles of management. Thank you.